Let's talk about what's in and what's out for 2025 when it comes to consumer brands, consumer trends. Let's go. Let's start with the outs, because the Hermes game is the first thing that I think is going to be on its way out in 2025. I had several DMs about the situation with the Walmart Birkin, the Workin, and the Darnell sisters. It's all coming to a head at the end of 2024. And I think going forward, Hermes is going to be perfectly fine, perfectly happy to sell a Birkin, a Kelly, an Ashtray, a Constance to anybody who wants to buy a bag in their store. You might end up on a wait list, you might have to special order, but I think they're going to be taking your orders. We're not going to come from a place of lack going forward. We're not going to be in a situation where we're spending tens and thousands of dollars on products we don't need just to appease a sales associate at Hermes. We're going to get back to reality. We're going to have a healthy relationship with brands and customers. I also think luxury goods are going to say nothing about one's status going forward because the luxury brands are all in triage. Luxury brands all follow Hermes, so they are going to follow suit with whatever Hermes does. But on a much more important note, I think until they get back to creating original designs, creating things that are iconic for their own brands and not using the same straw bag, different logo for each brand, the same silhouettes, and until they get back to that place of having their own designs and their own franchises, I think they're going to just have to find themselves and come back to us when they've done it. I think we're going to see, when you get to my ends, the rise of a lot of independent brands, people that worked for these luxury brands, creating new brands that actually have the details, the craftsmanship, the quality that we are seeking in luxury products. Next is something I think we will all be very happy to see go out in 2025, which is this herd styling, herd trends, this idea that the Samba's in and now a $60 shoe is going to be $220 on StockX because we can't find it because somebody's decided some commodity shoe is the only shoe we're supposed to wear. I think that the influencers that are going to be super successful are going to be the ones that really just embrace curating from whatever is out there and making it look cool and really kind of encouraging individuality, and anything goes when it comes to your style. I think marble is still going to be a thing, but it's going to be used sparingly and not everywhere. I think these monthly drops that brands are using to drive sales continually are going to turn into more of like a quarterly and every once in a while type of drop situation. Plant walls, I think, are going to be out, especially faux plants. And I think we're going to be staying home more than we're traveling in 2025. So let's talk about what's in 2025. As I said before, I think independent brands are going to be on the rise in 2025 and beyond. There's going to be people who worked for these bigger houses and they are going to have sourcing and the design capabilities, and they're going to understand what the customer really needs and be able to deliver products to us at a price point that makes sense, and we're going to embrace those brands. I think there's a return to craftsmanship and charm and detail when it comes to the products that we're buying, because we know the difference and we know all about sourcing now. The information's all out there for us. As you can see, I predict that Golden Goose is going to be on the rise, and that's because it's no longer going to be a sin to wear Golden Goose. They're not out because everything's in. The only vintage brand in the shoe space that hasn't come back from my childhood is Dr. Scholl's, so I think Dr. Scholl's is also going to make a comeback. When it comes to collaborations, I think brands are going to be looking to partner with other brands for the long term, and they're not looking for the easy buck, the marketing, the buzz. They really want the sustainability, the long-term vision for their business and for the brands. In the content creator space, I think the creators who are going to be most successful are the ones who have something to give and aren't necessarily known for what they have. It's already become clear to us that some of these influencers rent Airbnbs and pretend like they're their homes. They buy fakes, all that kind of stuff. So we're not going to place a lot of value on what people have and what's around them. We just want to know, how are they contributing to this community? And when it comes to making money and having a successful business, I think a money mindset is going to be one of the most important skills. In addition to intuition, spirituality, I think that we have gone way too far with all the practical tips of investing and all that knowledge. And I think it's time to kind of work on the inside on some of the wounds that we have that have been carried down from our ancestors, and our intuition, and really tapping into that and creating the life that we want. I think there's going to be a lot of emphasis on that in 2025 and beyond. And I think it's a good thing. Let me know what you think.